Hello, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Jeremy Smith. A few weeks ago, I brought you guys a video talking about Sony's new 70-200 2.8 G Master version 2, and I mentioned that we were going to be doing some testing with the lens in the field and really give you guys more of a real-world overview of the lens. And just a couple weeks ago, me and my buddy Joe, we had a chance to do just that. We took some photographs of our model Mariana. Thank you, Mariana, for coming out and helping us out. And we got some really great shots. We started out thinking that we would be using a lot of flash, but I ended up seeing a lot of very beautiful available light to work with. And so we started there. And then as time went on, we went into some different types of setups. Now, throughout the course of this video, you guys will see many different photos. And I will point out quickly that those photos are all completely out of camera. At the very end, I will show you guys what the images all looked like edited, and there will be a sample link in the description below so you guys can see what the final shots are like. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this and get things started. Well, you know what? We're gonna just do this. We're gonna use this. I don't need the light because we're gonna use this.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually have you have your back to the sun that way. And what's happening is all the light is right here. So yeah, so if you're like, so come over here because I kind of want to get the trees right there. All right, Joe. So it's fun. We've set up all this lighting gear.
And then use natural light.
I noticed how the light's reflecting off this wall, and it's actually giving me a nice natural feel. So we're gonna use that, and I'm gonna shoot pretty quickly before we lose all of our sun. So let's see here. We'll get all this all set. Okay. I'm still taking a million pictures because of the birds, so I had to set the camera back to this again. All right. Yeah, so guys, in the previous video, I talked to you about how this lens does much better with flare and backlit situations. So today we're going to try that out firsthand and see exactly how the lens does. Okay, bring your eyes back towards me. There you go. Really good. This lens did very well with flare. I'm not one to really shoot heavily backlit scenes like this. However, whenever I do, I like to have a lens that maintains contrast and clarity. And this lens did very good there. As time went on, you know, initially I was shooting at sort of like more towards the 70 end of the lens. But as time went on, I actually started shooting more towards the longer end. I kind of backed Mariana back a little bit, and then I shot at a much lower angle, and that really put a lot of that sunlight coming straight into my lens, and it did a very good job. Saw lots of contrast, lots of sharpness still, and the thing that was the most surprising was that I didn't have any autofocus issues. Of course, this is partly due to the camera being used. I was using the Sony Alpha 1. But yeah, just all around really great performance with this particular lens under those conditions. Basically, it mirrored exactly what we saw whenever we tested this lens in our sort of like scientific style setup where I was using the constant light source indoors under a controlled environment. But yeah, that translated over to the real world quite nicely. Okay, let's take a look at that. We're not really doing the job as photographers if we come home too clean, right? So we continued to shoot for quite some time. The sun started to go down pretty quickly, but I did notice that there was still a little bit of sun now starting to move over to a different spot and reflect off a different area of the building. So I decided to go over there, and there were some nice stairs I decided to sort of incorporate into some of my shots as well. It took a little while to get this dialed in because at that particular spot, the sun was extremely bright reflecting off the building. And but once I got it dialed in, I did get a few more good shots there as well. Okay, and let's see here. Same pose, but let's do something a bit different with your right hand. Oh yeah, that's good. Really, really good there. All right. At this point, it was starting to get a bit late, and just about all of our sun had left. The venue where we were shooting was also just getting ready to close up, and the security guards were just going to toss us out. But I decided to shoot just a few more frames, and I set up my ProPhoto B1 in 3-foot octa and got a few more shots just at the last moment. Let's see. There we go. Okay, let me see how this is looking. Okay, pretty good. Let me do this.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do something where like maybe bring this left hand up a little bit. That way we can kind of show a little bit of the. I like your sleeves. So. All right. With a little bit of daylight left, but quickly fading, we decided that we wouldn't really pile everything back in the car and try to find another location. I figured we would just walk down the street for a bit and see if we saw anything interesting. And sure enough, I found a building that had some interesting features that I liked. So we stopped there and basically finished the rest of our shoot just as the sun was fading. I was still very, very impressed with the lens. Even once it got to be, start to get kind of dark, I still had really great success focusing. I noted that on the older 70-200 2.8 G Master, I kind of thought that the lens was soft sometimes, but I don't think that it was really that the lens was soft. I just think that the focusing sometimes was imprecise. But even though I wasn't really dealing with a fast-moving subject, I could still see a big difference in terms of just how precisely focusing the lens was, and that definitely made a difference in the types of images that we were able to get. All right, really good. All right, so this lens is lighter. Not that I can really tell right now because I have like this Atomos recorder and everything on my camera. So, but yeah, the lens is definitely lighter. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, with the old lens, I really don't, I thought that the lens was kind of soft at different points in time. I don't think the lens was really soft. I think it was just that the focus wasn't nearly as fast and intuitive. So here the focus is so fast and so precise that we really can stay locked on the subject. I do have my buttons on my lens programmed to switch between eyes. So I can actually press these buttons here and you can see how I can toggle between Mariana's eyes. I've got it set to the closest eye right now, and it's doing a really, really good job. Oh yeah, that's nice right there. Now I'm going to drop down a little bit and get a little bit of what's left of that beautiful sky. Oh yeah, really good right there. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Sometimes I get caught up in the video and I forget to actually take some great photographs. We'll bring this zoom out. Okay, cool. All right. Literally cool, huh? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing this lens in use in the field. If you guys haven't seen my other video about this lens, check it out. That's where I was able to do a lot of nerdy testing with it and give you kind of a much more in-depth look and talk about all the tech nerd specs and features. Definitely check out the link in the description below or check out the cards. But yes, in conclusion, after taking the lens out into the field, The flare performance was really good, just like what we saw whenever we did our initial testing, and that definitely translated over into some much better performance. The lighter weight was very nice as well. Using the Alpha 1, the Alpha 1 is actually slightly heavier than some of the previous Sony bodies, but this lens just bounced very nicely on it. I did not feel a need to use a battery grip, and it worked out very well there. The biggest surprise about this lens for me was just that the focus performance of the lens basically translated over into sharper results as well, just because the focusing overall was a lot more precise, and I didn't see nearly as much focus variation as I saw in the old version of the lens. As always, guys, if you have questions about this lens, just write me in the comments below, and write me if you have other videos that you'd like to see me make in the future. The videos are starting to pick up again. I'm starting to get back into the swing of making more, so definitely write me in the comments and let me know what you'd like to see. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications, as there will be plenty of updates in the future. Until next time, this is Jeremy Smith, signing off.